Let's move along here. I got another one here from Barron's. Huge fan of Barron's, been a subscriber for a long time. They had an article, Cory, about the retirement tipping point. Here's when investors decide to rely on financial advisors. So I found this article interesting. It says that 27% of investors more than 5 years from retirement look for an advisor, which I thought was pretty interesting. But what's even crazy is when they get within 5 years of retirement, the percentage of advisor-reliant investors jumps to 46%. So it almost doubles once they get within 5 years of retirement. So I guess that just shows that as, that topic gets more serious and you realize that you've got to switch over from saving mode to spending mode, and your portfolio needs to generate income and have asset protection and growth in income, that it's pays to have an advisor. It's interesting, Cory, most of our clients come to us, within 5 years of retirement. But do you have any take on that? Would you argue against that? Do you think investors need an advisor like us before that? Some of them do,
It
I
depends.
guess.
I hate to say that, Jake. I hate to say it depends, but I really feel like it does. I think that most people are probably consider themselves to be do-it-yourself investors until they're not. Either until they've met an advisor who can help them, or until they realize that there's more on their plate than they want to manage or deal with. So it does make sense to me that as people get closer to retirement, obviously people become more reliant upon advisors that they work with. But Jake, you and I talk about this with clients and on the show. What's interesting is once people make that transition into retirement, does not mean that financial planning and retirement planning just magically gets simpler or easier. In fact, for a lot of people, I would say it almost gets more complicated.
I agree. Yeah, and I think again, there's certain circumstances. If somebody has a financial issue or needs education, or makes a lot of money and doesn't know how to deal with it, so an advisor can almost always play a role given the circumstance. But that's good that people are seeking out advice when they're getting close to retirement, because you can make some huge mistakes. Like you mentioned, Cory, it's not a set it and forget it system. You make some big time mistakes leading up to retirement that'll cost you and your family literally thousands of dollars, if not more.